Alright, so boom. New studio. We in the halfway house. We'll talk about that a different time. But let me tell you somebody who needs to leave from the halfway house in the fastest vehicle to the nearest penitentiary, and that is the Titans quarterback, Will Levis. Because news had broke months ago, but I had never seen anything of the sort until earlier today. That this brother, the Titans starting quarterback, rookie sensation, Will Levis, puts mayonnaise in his coffee.
Will Levis, quarterback at the University of Kentucky, and I have been known to put mayonnaise in my coffee sometimes.
What? Are you stupid? Are you dumb? Where's my bat? I need somebody to give your noggin a flogging expeditiously.
I have never been this disgusted in my entire life.
Nasty bitch.
Now let me tell you something. People have very bizarre recipes when it comes to their favorite delicacies that they like to indulge in, right? Whether that be breakfast, lunch, and or dinner. But let me tell you something right now. Ain't no reason why mayonnaise and coffee should ever be within the same vicinity unless it is already used to completion. At what point in the creation of coffee, placing it inside of the hot water, perhaps pouring it into the mug, is Hellman's Mayo supposed to be within the same vicinity? At what point is mayonnaise in the completion of whether it be creating some form of pasta, whether it be pasting on top of a sandwich, whether it be placed on top of bread, whatever the case is, the application of mayo, at no point should there be coffee within its vicinity, unless, of course, you are now getting ready to consume breakfast. But the polymerization, if you will, of the two, the fusion of the two, should never transpire. Here's a question that I'd like to have for Will Levis. At what point did you discover you enjoy mayonnaise in your coffee? At what peak level of caucasity does this man operate at? Because let me tell you something right now, all right? Because white folk, this one's on you. I'm sorry, I don't want to make things racial, but let's keep it real. Ain't nobody outside in a vanilla individual applying mayonnaise inside coffee. But I'd like to ask Will Levis, who else engages in mayonnaise in coffee? If you can disclose the 5 individuals who you happen to congregate with who likes to put mayonnaise in coffee, we would love to have that information disclosed so we can send the firing squad to eliminate them at once. So reproduction, procreation cannot transpire moving forward because y'all need to be eliminated. I need you to understand just how disgusting this is. There is no doubt in my mind. Diarrhea is on the marquee every single time this man consumes this beverage. You thought that debut performance of 4 touchdown passes was going to be able to be sustained throughout a season? Let me tell you something right now. Why Will Levis ain't performing the level that he was performing at when he first messed around and debuted. Granted, he only played 2 games. It's because he put mayonnaise in coffee. To make matters worse, Hellman's Mayo gave this man a lifetime sponsorship.
I'm proud to officially announce that I've signed a lifetime supply of Hellman's contract.
The amount of people who have utilized mayonnaise since its inception that have not received lifetime memberships for using it the correct way. But Will Levis gets a lifetime sponsorship for putting mayonnaise in coffee? Nowhere, ever in the history of man has anybody publicly disclosed that they put mayonnaise in coffee until Will Levis. But this is supposed to be a start of a new trend. I need this man put into the tightest of tight walls of Jericho, Mexican surfboard, stretch, ankle lock, all kinds of Kimura lock. Any submission hold you know needs to be applied to this man, and not only him, but his family as well. I see why his girlfriend left him after she got all that clout from draft day.
She belongs to the streets.
Oftentimes, whenever somebody just so happens to see something disgusting as it pertains to food, they say, well, you never tried it, so you can't have an opinion on it. Let me tell you something right now, all right? There is no doubt in my mind, you consume coffee with mayonnaise up in there, your stomach gonna be backed up to a time before George Washington was even on currency. I'm letting you know right now, do not not give this a try. There's gonna be somebody who watches this. Well, what if I just take the mayonnaise and I put it inside the coffee? What if it's light mayonnaise? Light mayonnaise, it's no problem, right? What about the ketchup mixed with the mayo? Spicy mayonnaise tastes good already when I have it with my poke balls. It shouldn't be an issue if I put it inside of the coffee. What if I get an actual poke ball? What's the matter with y'all?
You are crazy!
Do not experiment with these things. Stop messing with food. Food is what it is. Y'all don't need to keep doing this shit. Why did he put mayonnaise inside of his coffee? I need to know the origin at once so we can eradicate anybody who finds themselves in this position. Did he lose a bet? Perhaps there was a wager that did not work out in his favor and let him put the wrong flavor inside of his coffee. This man's a victim and also a perpetrator in the exact same vein to himself. There's no way you walk out of this positively. Put the mayonnaise away. Let me tell you something right now. Terminate the sponsorship. Terminate the spot. I might just mess around and go on change.org and file a petition my doggone self. Stop the sponsorship at once. Hellman's Mayo, cancel the doggone sponsorship. There should be no association between mayonnaise and coffee. Stop the bullshit. Where's the blade of Levi? Somebody need to chop these motherfuckers.
I'd like to thank my mom, who introduced me to Hellman's Mayonnaise and started my love for the beautiful condiment that it is.
Come here. Fuck you, bitch!
As well as my high school lunch lady, Miss Lisa, who knew that extra mayonnaise meant extra mayonnaise.
I told you we should have shot that bitch.
I've never heard anything as disgusting as it pertains to food than this right here. Well, perhaps blue waffle. Well, then again, that's a different sort of situation. But we're not talking about that right now. There's been a lot of people on social media who have been sharing god-awful recipes and creations of food, especially with Thanksgiving weeks away. There gonna be people putting raisins in motherfucking mac and cheese. But if somebody pulls up to the function placing mayonnaise inside of coffee, I need you to eliminate them at once. There will be no conversation. There will be no negotiation. It will be just eradication expeditiously. Send in the cavalry at once. Bring in Mr. Benoit.
Here comes the United States champion, Chris Benoit!
Finish him.
I want that son of a bitch dead.
I want him dead. I want his family dead. I want his house burnt to the ground. I want to go to the middle of the night. I want to piss on his ashes.
Some of them going to sleep. Fuck God!
You mean to tell me you watched the entire video but you haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button and become a member on Patreon or on YouTube to get access to the Discord. We're waiting for you in the Shadow Realm.
Just do it! Make your dreams come true!
Please! Please!
What are you waiting for, huh?
Oh my god.